Joe McKasick, Vice President of the Canal Society of New Jersey, and we're here at the farm here in Denville talking about some of the things that the Canal Society does, and we've got this nice display. Pictures of Waterloo and pictures of some of the things the Canal Society is involved in.
Now, does the Canal Society, is it the Morris Canal?
We are involved with all the towpath canals in New Jersey. This the Morris and the DNR Canal. As you can see from our display, we're part of the operation at Waterloo Village now. We used to have only our museum there now, but now for the last 3 years we've been taking a leadership role, trying to open up the village again. We have our boat ride and our museum and our festival every June. And this year we've got the Smith store open again and the Rattan Cabin, and every year we get a little bit more of the village back in shape.
It's fantastic.
We've got 2 more Heritage Days left this year in October, the 10th and the 24th. And it is free, so the price is right.
And where do they take place, these Heritage Days?
At Waterloo Village, and partially in Warren, partially in Sussex County.
I always go there. It's not far from, Blairstown is pretty far, actually.
It's right off Route 80, conveniently located.
Now, I'm sort of interested in the canal, the Morris Canal. What can you tell us about the Morris Canal?
The Morris Canal was built in the 1830s. It was built to carry coal from mines in Pennsylvania to markets that they hope to develop along the eastern seaboard in New York and Jersey City. And it came right through the center of Morris County and helped to open up that whole area. And as you can see from the map that you're photographing now, those are all places where you can still find remains of the canal. One of the projects of the Canal Society, that's the Greenway concept, and we're trying to buy back pieces of the canal, put them into public venue, make them places where people can come and learn some things about history and about the canal.
Now, there's one very good site in Denville, and that's the Piers, right?
Piers store, and right across the street, the Sullivan property is a quarter-mile long section of canal that's now owned by the town of Denville, and the Eagle Scout project just put a piece of walking trail on that, and we hope in the near future to have some signage and have that open for the public. And you're right, Piers store is an original canal store dating, back to the 1860s, and is a marvelous place now. It's a restaurant, a fine restaurant to visit.
It still has the pictures of the canal in it.
Yes,
actually.
it does. It's been through several hands in past years, but the original people who acquired the building restored it lovingly, and it's still very much the old store that was trod by the boatmen.
I see right here. Now, the Piers store was a lock, wasn't it?
There was a lock there, yes.
Right. And there's planes. So basically, the canal consisted of locks and planes. What is...
The canal had to climb up and over the highlands of New Jersey, uphill all the way to Lake Apacon,
Keeping Waterloo open.
and then downhill all the way to Jersey City, and that was quite an accomplishment, a combined elevation change of almost 1,700 feet. So to accomplish that, they had to have not only canal locks, but canal planes, and you can see across the bottom of that illustration there's a drawing of a diagrammatic drawing of an inclined plane, the boats being hauled up as much as 100 feet at a time. So that's what made it possible to build the canal where it was built.
Now, what is the lock? What is the what do you call it? The mechanics of a lock.
Well, a lock is a very simple technology. It was old technology when the canal was built in the 1830s, and it's a stone chamber that connects 2 sections of canal, and it's got gates on both ends, and you can float a boat into that chamber, close the doors, and either add water or subtract water, whichever the case might be, and then bring the canal boat to the next level. You either fill the lock and the boat floats up, or you empty the lock and the boat floats down, and off you go to the next place. But canal locks were only good to deal with about 10 or 12 feet of elevation in those days. And of course the inclined planes, that was new technology. And those were built to help the canal go up and down elevation changes of 80 to 100 feet at a time. So that's what made it possible to cross the highlands. And there are several locations where you can see inclined planes. One of the best ones is in Ledgewood. Canal Park in Ledgewood is just that. What that diagram is based on. And we've just gotten grant money to refurbish all the stonework in that turbine chamber, the drawing you see back there. So it's a place you can go and visit right now.
Where do you have it on the board? Where's that plane?
This is Waterloo on the board, but here Canal Park is right there. If you can see, right there.
It's fascinating. Thank you so much.